we are live streaming, hopefully, if the stream gets back on. We had a slight disruption to the game due to the referee not appearing. Here you see Lancaster first, we believe, going head-to-head against Salford Rugby League's first. I'm just going to change to the lip mic. Right. I am... Okay, sorry guys, we are now back on the lip mic. That's Adam Kirby pushing through, our captain there. Really got the drive and the power in the squad. KO doing a little juke, getting through. Incredible speed and movement from the Salford team. It's our first match back of the season. Adam taking those hits, driving through. Absolute icon of a player. A great little kick. It backfires, unfortunately. The boys keep an eye. KO's got it. Drive through, KO. Drive through. Two men take him down. A clap from Lancaster. They did do a good save there. They kicked the ball back. They have gained some territory here. Tom were being there to block. Adam taking those hits with our number 9. I can't quite... Is that Tom, I believe, with him? We were practicing on Monday. Everything from basic tackling again to ensuring that we get up correctly and make sure we're on side. Some great movement here from Lancaster. They are really building and moving here. As you have heard already, we have had issues with the referee. So we are not sure. There's Harry Fletcher on the side there. Tom were pushing through. So we're not sure if this game will be counted as books or if it will just be a little friendly game. Alice pushing through. Tom backing him up. Go on, move there. Incredible from the team here. Keeping good formation as well. We were practicing that on Monday. For those of you tuning in, let me just check on something. So we are here live going through Quays TV's YouTube. Today we are on the pitch here from the 3G for the first time in Quays TV and Salford sports history. We are here with Lancaster first. Yeah, Lancaster first against Salford first Rugby League. Let's see how it goes. Oh, we are going to do a bit of it. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we've practiced scrum, so it's going to be uncontested. Sounds good. Let's keep moving. Some incredible movement here from Lancaster. Creating this match at this state in the game. The possession is definitely in their hands. But of course, it is Rugby League. I believe you have 5 tackles before you have to turn over the game. That is slightly unfortunate for those who can take the tackles. Because of course, and the first try of the game. That is incredible from Lancaster. Moments through from the very start. Lancaster celebrating this early little victory of the match so far. Salford will hopefully be trying to regain their heads. There you go, you can see them under the post at the moment. Not what you want to see, losing the first points of the game. Lancaster stepping up to take this conversion. Of course, it will be 2 points if they can score the conversion here. Man subs up. Left-footed kick. I believe that was through. And it is out of the David Lewis field. The like William Valentine and the rest of the team call it. We like to call it a stadium. The David Lewis Stadium makes it feel bigger than it is. It was, I believe, £1 million to get all this set up. This lovely 3G pitch, which is an absolute pain to be tackled on. I believe that's also Dan going around the side to collect that fresh ball. Tom Worth stepping up to the plate to start this game with a solid kick. Good drive from Tom. In Lancaster's end. That's where we want to be. Lancaster seems to be driving strong. Absolutely fresh. Ready to give every single bit of fight up here. It's good to see a lot of the boys back. Unfortunately, we have had some lacking numbers at training. If you guys are watching this back, please turn up. Have that little pint at the SU afterwards to celebrate the good bit of training. Lancaster still with possession here. A little kick. A big kick from Lancaster. Can we get it? Will Lancaster avoid doing a knock-on? That I couldn't quite see, but that almost felt like it could have been. Salford with possession. Salford coming back. Stalling at the man who's got the ball to hopefully bring more of our team back. It's not looking good from the Salford perspective. Last year, we did play against Lancaster. Some of you guys, you Salford Sports supporters and watchers of our channel, will know I was actually on the sideline for that match. I kept that bench incredibly warm, which was lovely to do. And we actually have a full squad today, including 4 substitutes. Lancaster back on, moving up the side there. Can Salford stop them? Come on, boys! Driving through. Number 3 from Lancaster with absolute pace. And that is another try from Lancaster there. Absolutely incredible from them. Bringing the score from 6 to 10. They're doing an absolutely amazing job, Lancaster. You can't really hate on them too much. Even though we are Salford Sports TV coming live with Quays, you've got to give them props for it. You really, really do. You really do. They are a strong competitor. I'm not sure on the chances to get this conversion here. He steps up. Believe he's about to kick it. I can't quite see. He's behind the rest of his men. Hopefully this lighting isn't too bad with the absolutely terrible sun position here. Lancaster moving back to the halfway line as their kicker gets up, ready to make this conversion. If he makes it, he's absolutely incredible. It's short. Or is it? It's wide on the right. So that will be 10-0 to Lancaster so far. Hopefully, Salford can get some points on the board. We are a strong team. It may be our first game back of the season, but hopefully, there we go, a little wave from Josh there. Our previous social sec. Tom were ready to take this kick again. I guess he's probably our number one kicker at the moment. Him or Fletcher is who I'd prefer to take our conversions. On the way here, I was speaking to Dylan Dosanjh, the man behind the camera, and we were talking about a drop ball. Oh, Lancaster pushing hard here. The boys have put the anchors on. Lancaster really pushing through. Tom Word taking him down hard. After a tackle, you are supposed to give an arm's length, but there really isn't time at the moment. Number 9 from Lancaster pushing our boys down. I'm not quite very happy about that. But then again, it is rugby. There will be moments in this match where heads might be lost. It's nice to see a few supporters on the sideline here. Half of them are physio and coaches. But it is nice to see the odd people. Hopefully, you guys online watching us at Quays TV can help support our players here. Of course, if you'd like to comment, I will be having a look. And if there's anything of note, I can chat about it on the stream. It is lovely to see the team actually be able to play a game. We have had to take walkovers last semester and last year. You may know Salford Rugby League did not play in varsity last year. Unfortunately, that was not actually to our fault. That was because because Chester took too many walkovers, causing us to not be able to play, as Chester's head of sport told them they weren't allowed to play varsity due to the amount of walkovers they have taken, which was slightly unfortunate. Of course, varsity is such a spectacle to see, and it's lovely because you get so much more, so many more people around you during that. You get all your mates from uni, even the ones from your course who won't typically come and support you on a Wednesday afternoon, will be able to rally around you, and you'll feel the whole uni support. It is incredible to see that the boys really put this effort in, even when they're not. Adam Kirby pushing through. Adam, our captain, he did go down, so he does have to, a little bit of push and shove. There's a little smile on him, so I think it's all not in bad faith at all. Adam Kirby, our captain, as I mentioned earlier on the previous stream before we had to take a little break, he is in fact a player for the north of England, which is absolutely incredible to see. And I think we are so close to that try line. If we could just keep pushing, it will be incredible. It's a knock on, which of course means that they have taken possession. So those of you who are new to rugby, you are not allowed to pass a ball forward. It must always be behind you, which means if you do anything except kick the ball forward, it is something that's called a knock-on. So if you chest the ball, header the ball, throw the ball forward in any way, it is called a knock-on. Here you see a scrum. We are playing uncontested scrums today, which means that Lancaster will win the scrum. So they do have possession here. He looks almost Completely free. Adam Kirby. A winger coming on the side. Can he take him down? He's so close, but I don't think he can quite make it. That will be another try for Lancaster. Bringing the Lancaster score up to 14-0. It's important to see as a Salford player myself, but you've got to respect the incredible rugby that you're seeing from this Lancaster side. Their boys have brought the water on. Big smiles, of course, that they have been able to play this game today. But can they make this conversion? It's closer than the last one. It's the same player that's going to take it. I believe it's number 7 for Lancaster who's taking these. I think that's through. Cameraman Dylan, do we think that was through? No, we don't believe it was through. So that will maintain the score at 14-0. Oh, nil, I should say. I can't remember if I'm allowed to say nil when it comes to Rugby League. Of course, there are differences with Rugby League and Rugby Union. We have, I believe, 3 Rugby Union teams. We have a women's Rugby Union, and we have a men's first and seconds Rugby Union. But Rugby League, of course, a popular sport in the north. Unfortunately, we only have a men's team, and we only have 1 men's team, which is why I've somehow made the cut to be able to play last year. The boys stepping up. Tom taking that kick, a good kick, but it's to the man who seems to be controlling Lancaster's game. We take him down, putting a little slow to their movement here. Let's see if we can, in fact, take a stop to their possession here. Hopefully, stop them from coming into our half, but I think it's going to be hard to do. Lancaster is showing their strength. They're a big, old team as well. The anchors are put on there. KO's keeping him down. Incredible to see our team here. There's a break. Harry Fletcher taking him down with the help of Adam Kirby. We've lost pace. How much ground can we afford to lose before we gain the ball back? Number 17 for Lancaster pushing through, duking it through Salford players. Harry Fletcher with possession. That man is everywhere. Number 17, Harry Fletcher. Absolutely incredible. I believe that's Tom Were on the side, pushing through strong there. Please don't tell me we've had to turn over that ball. I believe they're coming far enough back that we may be kicking this forward. I'd also like to mention a player on the on the pitch now. He was taking a little break earlier. Number 19, Dan, an incredibly strong player for us. He messaged me yesterday afternoon asking if he could get the link to the stream today. And I told him we only record, we don't stream. But oh my God, Salford pushing through strong there. From a man who's not been training in the last 2 weeks, I believe. Hence, I can't remember his name right now. I'll be honest, I've got to remember his names. But back to my little story. Dan messaged me yesterday asking for the link to the stream, and I said we only record. And he was a bit cheeky and asked for a stream, so I thought, why not? We'll stream it so his little girl at home, Sophia, if you are watching, hello, a little 3-year-old daughter, can watch her dad play some rugby here at uni. Come on, Tom Were! So close to a try and so central that a conversion surely would be made. Adam Kirby coming in, playing for the North of England and for Salford today. Driving through, trying to get any yardage he can. Of course, we've not got many more tackles left. Come on, Dan! How much more can Lancaster stop? pushing through. Lancaster struggling with some contact there. 3 men really struggling to take him down, but they do. Lifting up the leg. Of course, in Rugby League, you can have multiple people. There we go. Parky really driving through there. Back to Adam, playmaker. He does forward. What do we think, cameraman Dylan? We agree. I've got a nod of approval. Of course, this is such an important first try here. This would be the first try, not just of the match for Salford, but of the season. We're going to do an uncontested scrum here, right in front of the post, in the very centre of the pitch. Of course, it's uncontested, so it's going straight to Salford. Come on. Number 3 pushing through. The men struggling to take him down. The ball is grounded. 4 more to go. Driving through here. Another tackle. We've got 3 more to go before we have to turn over. Come on. Drive through. Was that held or improper start of a movement? We have no idea on the sideline here. I am presuming the ball was not properly delivered back into play after that tackle, which of course has meant Lancaster have taken the ball. Lancaster here are really showing they are the stronger team so far, but Salford are knocking them down strong. Adam and Tom there, I'd say, are biggest hitters, not taking anything from the Lancaster side, fighting for any possible notion of a try. Dan there getting involved, Tom also getting involved there. Come on, boys, keep your heads and knock him down. Dragging him down, number 5 there. Absolutely incredible from our team. I will check the score, the name sheet. Unfortunately, I'm not as familiar with everyone's last names as first names, and we aren't quite playing with the same names as on the shirts. Lancaster pushing through. They've made a gap. Out of there, stopping him through. Can we knock him down? Might be a try there. Don't know if they've quite got the yardage or not. It's not a try, but it is so close. Of course, we're remembering Rugby League, only so many tackles you can have. But unfortunately, a try scored there by Lancaster, bringing their score up to a total of 18-0. You've got to give props to them. It has been an incredible display from them so far. I believe Salford are going back to get some water from Bennett, our incredible water boy, and I'd almost say quartermaster, keeping all our gear safe. I will also mention that, of course, Salford, we do not have a coach this year. Last year we did. He was actually a current player for the Salford Red Devils Rugby League team. But this year it's just us. And here we see number 7 stepping up for Lancaster to take this very wide attempt of a conversion. Can he make it? He steps up. It looks a bit wide on the left. It's quite wide on the left. Good attempt, though. Far better than we could have done. Far better. Dylan, cameraman Dylan on the side, Dylan Dosange, give us a little nod. Have you ever made a conversion? He started one game, so I'm going to guess that answer is a resounding no. I've only ever played one actual game on the pitch. I've kept that bench very warm the last time we played Lancaster. Brought on some water, and I believe you were commentating with Miles King. And any time I'd stepped foot on the pitch, bringing water or not, You're like, oh, he's coming on. Finally. But here we go. Salford ready to start. Salford ready for a potential try here. A great kick from Tom Were. Lancaster really trying, but we've put a stop to them earlier than I thought we usually would. I believe Ben's playing centre or second row, I'd probably say. Dan putting the anchors on. If your daughter's watching, she'd be very proud. You can hear the connection here. KO really putting a stop to the movement from Lancaster. Lancaster really wanting to get any possible movement here, but Salford are coming strong after that last try. It may have been 18-0. That is a kick from Lancaster. Hoping in desperation. Can he stop it? Someone put the... Lancaster, I think they may have made it for a try. And I'm guessing from the celebration and the distance, that is a try. That brings Lancaster's scoreline to 22-0. It's a strong start to the match and first half from Lancaster. The conversion looks like it shall be easier to be made potentially. However, it's still not square on by any means whatsoever. We can see a little team talks here from Lancaster and Salford as Lancaster's number 7 is stepping up for this conversion. That is the call for the first half of the match has finished. Absolutely textbook conversion made from the Lancaster side there. Absolutely incredible as I now switch from the commentator's mic to the presenter mic. So an incredible match so far. I'm hoping my audio levels are coming through to the gallery. As we are coming to you live, we are coming through live. Brilliant. We're coming through live from Salford's David Lewis 3G pitch all the way across the mobile network to Media City, where our crew in the gallery are making us go live across Quays TV's YouTube. Of course, Salford Sports TV here. The absolute best sports broadcasting, I'd say, in Salford, working, of course, with other people for varsity and other things. Today, it has been an unfortunate match so far. We do have another half to go, but so far, I'd still say well done to the boys. With what they've done, they have really put their strength on the pitch. Unfortunately, it's not quite reaped any rewards so far. Lancaster first are such a strong competitor. They really have shown their age as a team in a good way, showing that they've got the coaching staff, the expertise to get this game almost over and done with in the first half. However, Salford Men's Rugby League will not back down from a fight. This team, I was training with them on Monday, in the absolute horrible cold raining weather, really will make sure they leave everything on this pitch possible. You see the boys over there having a little breather for the first half. They are starting today with their first ever match of this season. It has been an incredible match so far. Unfortunately, not very beneficial for Salford. But I have seen bright spots. I'd like to give a shout out to Adam Kirby and Tom Were, who have really shown a lot of strength today in this match. They have really been the ones putting in the effort, driving for those tackles, driving through that Lancaster line. Harry Fletcher at the back. You don't know where he is. He just appears. And he's there. He takes the ball. If there's a ball kicked into our end, he is there. He is the man taking that ball forward, getting his legs moving, pushing it forward up into Lancaster's half. But oh my God, that team is incredible. And of course, if you are just tuning in, the reason we are live streaming today is because Dan messaged me yesterday asking for a cheeky link to the stream. Me telling him, of course, Salford Sports, we only do pre-recorded. But then he mentioned that his little daughter Sophia, who's only 3, wants to watch her dad play rugby. Of course we did. So I annoyed Emma Nelson and the rest of the Quays TV way too late yesterday afternoon for a live pack and to get this live streaming kit sorted. We have Bix Williams in the gallery making sure our stream is going through all loud and clear, all crisp and amazing for all you guys at home watching. But absolutely stunning game so far. They have shown strength on both sides. It's not always been in Salford's favour, but it has been quite impressive to see so far. I'm hoping a little prediction of, I think, at least 2 to 3 tries from Salford in this next half. They are a strong, strong team who are coming to really drive through and make the most of this game here. I believe Lancaster starting off with possession. Of course, there's a switching of halves as our team get ready in place. I'm going to switch again back to the commentator's microphone. We are back on the commentator's microphone as this incredible game continues. Lancaster stepping up to the plate, getting ready to start this game. Good kick from number 7. Dan pushing through. It's taking 3 men a bit of time to take him down. That man will not go down easy. He's really pushing through. This whole team are so strong. They deserve a try on. I believe that's our first year there, number 13. Is he number 13? Number 18. There's a few newbies. Tom Worth pushing through. Go on, Tom! It is held. Call of held by the referee. They push through strong, the Salford side. Really making their name known as we start back in the second half. A kick. It goes far back. Lancaster collect it quite well. They're trying to push through. Can Salford put the brakes on for them? Their wingers going through. Absolutely incredible there from Harry being able to stop him there. So much distance given to Lancaster. Dangerous distance. As they have at least 3 more tackles before they have to give possession back over. Number 14 seems completely clear. He tries to run through. Oh, he goes all the way. Boys, you've got to stop him earlier. He's got probably a guaranteed conversion. The score going from made, I can't remember. Yes. So we are 24. Nothing over 8, which means that if this conversion, which surely should be made by our left-footed Lancaster player, should bring them up to 30. That is 30-0 to Lancaster. Salford team's heads dropping a bit, but Hopefully they can get that drive, get that hope in their hearts again as they get ready to take this second half on. Of course, Salford will have possession as we start here, doing a kick forward. Salford getting prepped for this movement of the second half. Tom Were stepping up to the plate, ready to kick it off. Big kick. You can see the heads have dropped for Salford a little bit with so much movement being given to Lancaster there. It should have been anchored on quicker. Hopefully, Salford can keep their heads and keep this going. Oh, I think we have an injury from Salford. Is that KO? That might be Kayla there. Yeah, he's got the tape on his right leg. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. We have had a few injuries in training. KO's being one of the ones that we've been worried about. It's not fun to see any injuries for sport, but of course we are playing rugby here. It's not exactly a very contact-free sport. We have done so far quite well to keep our heads in this match. We have, against Lancaster, I believe, before, and definitely against Chester, let the emotions of the game get to us slightly. Kayla is being walked off there. So I'm presuming we're going to get another player on. If you've noticed, Adam Kirby, our captain, is currently on the bench, which means he's swapped off. I believe it will be Dan who has swapped on for him as prop, which would make a lot of sense since Dan is an absolute strength of our team, who is clearly situated well to be a prop. Lancaster trying to make it through here on the side. He seems to have got some distance. Harry Fletcher and the boys trying to stop him. They take him down. I think Harry doing a little flip there, showing some finesse of the game. No. That is honestly incredible there from Lancaster to make that. That was absolutely incredible. A little kick up in the air to himself to then score the try. I can't even be mad. Yeah. What's his name? Gabe. Gabe, absolutely incredible move from Gabe there to get another try for his team. I think this conversion is practically impossible, but with a scoreline of, I believe, 34-0 from Lancaster, it's absolutely incredible to come to a different uni playing away and get such an incredible scoreline. These do feel like the top dogs at the moment. He steps up to this conversion. I think it's hard for a left footer on this angle. No, it's quite far right. But you've got to give it to him. Gabe's kick and try earlier was quite incredible to make. You've got Bennett there getting the ball back for us. But props given. That was an incredible try there. Dylan, what do we think? Yeah, little nod of frustration there. He doesn't quite want to say it, but it was damn cool. If that was Salford who got that movement, that would have been absolutely incredible. I would have been jumping. I'd be doing laps. I'd still be doing laps up and down the pitch because, oh my God, that's incredible. Tom Were stepping up. A shorter and thinner kick than usual. Tom wasn't happy. He was either miffed of his own kick or he didn't think it went far enough to be allowed. Lancaster really driving through. Harry can't quite get his body to stop him. Adam Kirby back on the pitch. Does that mean our Van Dan is back on the sideline. I believe it does. He's pushing through. Tom Word knocking him down. Another try made from Lancaster. I honestly think they'll be loving today being the live streamed. I do not believe we've actually provided them with the link, but we will, of course, make sure they have it for them to watch it back. You've got to give the props to them, though. Decent performance from them so far. Questioning Angus if he did mean to do that. Who knows? Who knows? Little team talk from both Lancaster and Salford. Lancaster, of course, stepping up for this kick here. If he makes... No, he can't quite. I believe we are now up to 38-0 for Lancaster here. An incredible scoreline if you're supporting Lancaster. Unfortunately, quite a sad day for Salford so far. We have shown great energy on the pitch, but unfortunately, it's not quite given back in the scores. Adam, our captain, back on. Clearly, Tom's asked him to take this kick here. Good, strong kick from the player from the north, and it's taken out. Lancaster dipping their heads from that. Hopefully, it gives us a bit of momentum that we need from that. An uncontested. Can't be sure. No, it's going to be as if there was a tackle. Salford with possession, of course. 18 pushing through. Our fresher. Can he get his first try? Of Tom. Salford so close to their first try of the season. Can they break through? Parky pushing through, taking the ball, taking this. Adam losing it, but it's still in. Fletcher pushing through. Unfortunately, the ball has been given. I believe that may have been a knock-on from Salford there. With it being a knock-on, it will of course be an uncontested scrum here. Was keeping track of how the game was going. Of course, yes, it is. Hope you guys at home can see well. Pace here. Salford hoping to slow them down, but the movement of Lancaster is somewhat unstoppable. Right? Oh! Good movement there from Kirby and 18. Be strong players here, and it's good to see some of the freshers get involved. Lancaster trying to break on the side. Tom Were taking him down. Tom and Parky. Even there. Tom being very good to be clear that he wasn't interfering with play where he was lying. Lancaster moving with advantage here. Adam putting the brakes on, making sure they cannot take a break as they boys, take him down. Some laughs from the Lancaster sideline here, as the play does seem to be a bit silly and spinny. Oh, I believe we have blood coming here from number 19. I don't think you can have an active bleed on the pitch. It needs to be taped up, wrapped up, a little sticker, maybe even a kiss to make it better, whatever you need to do to stop it from bleeding. I believe Lancaster brings some water on. Our incredible physios there. I believe all three of them came, or is it just two? Have came to make sure everything is all good. Yeah, we've got 2 physios from Salford and then the Lancaster coach, keeping an eye on it. He's going to come off as number 8 from Lancaster takes his place. With it being a bleed on the head, you need to be very, very careful to ensure it isn't also concussion or any deeper cuts. You got to give him props. Number 19, he came here away and bled for his team. Bleeds red for Lancaster. Lancaster still making some incredible movement here. Salford really trying to make sure he doesn't get too much distance. Good move from the fresher. Come on, Parky. It's got to be held. He's grabbing his ear. That was far too high, I'm going to be honest, Parky. That was far too high. With rugby, you can't really go for a high tackle. You can grab the ball. That's another try there from Lancaster, bringing the scoreline, I believe, from 38 to 42. Nothing. Boys, please get us at least something. I'd take a drop ball at this point. A 0 scoreline. I mentioned earlier that I was speaking to Dylan Dossange, the man on the camera, as we were coming to 3G today. And he asked how many points it was for a dropped ball. It is 1. We looked it up. It is 1. So we have 4 for a try in rugby league, 2 for a conversion, and 1 for a drop ball, which is when they drop it and kick it between the posts. Gabe, number 7 for Lancaster, stamps up. Oh, and it hits the inside there. Parky. I think he's vice. Definitely put him in charge if Adam cannot be captain. Just having a little chat with the coaches, probably, maybe apologising for slightly of a high tackle there. Maybe also agree. Salford second up to the parade, hopefully getting some tries on the board. It's incredible. Lancaster surely going to be tired soon. Salford, we need to get some points on the ball. He's duped too many men. Take him down, boys. The anchors have been put on. Tom's helped stop him there. Lancaster getting some movement again. Hopefully we can count out those 5 tackles. That was improper start of play after that tackle. They didn't come out of the back properly. It almost looked like rugby union the way he was playing there, with always trying to get a ruck over and pass the ball at the back. Are playing rugby league, which means when attack behind the player who made the tackle to his friend behind him, where they can uncontested scrum there. Salford getting some movement back in the game, getting possession in the game as well. Somewhere moving. 4 men it seemed to take to stop him. The ball, I don't think, has been grounded still. Harry Fletcher moving forward, getting some speed and strategy back into this game. Salford are making some movement here. Parky pushing through. Come on, fresher. Number 18 and number 8, both freshers this year, I believe. It'd be lovely to see them get a try on. Come on, drive through, boys, drive through. Jeez, I thought it was a 4 on him there. Of course, the maximum you're allowed in a tackle is 1v3. Tom, give him a little kick. Can Lancaster get the ball back on? Mate, come on. I think they're going to give it to him for advantage, but that was certainly a high tackle. You don't want to go around the neck. You're allowed to go under the arm. Ideally, 3. And then you have one man come round and chop the legs. That's the textbook rugby league tackle. But of course, if you are one man, you can still take him down. Depending on the size of you and the attacker, it could be harder to take him down. But Lancaster still gaining some pace here. Salford hopefully able to stop them from another try here, but the scoreline is, of course, 42-0. I think that might have been a knock-on from Lancaster. That's around the neck, mate. Come on. That bit was. I'm not saying our player had a high bit before, but that bit, there wasn't. Yeah. Salford with possession. Were pushing through here, gaining some movement. Unfortunately, can't quite get the movement they want. Parky pushing through here. Number stop his movement there. Good movement from Salford. Hopefully, he can move it through. It's a kick. Good collect. Oh, not quite good enough collection. He's going through. Number 14 pushing through. Harry Fletcher hunting him down. Harry Fletcher puts the brakes on. When he catches up to you, there is no going. And he's back into the tackles. Incredible from the Salford side. That was, mate, come on. The tackle was made. Lancaster has possession again. Salford almost back to the try line. Lancaster, don't know if they quite made. I did not just hit myself in the teeth with the commentator mic. That would be silly. No, but I do unfortunately believe that is another try from Lancaster. Or is it a little break? Some of the boys have gone back to... That was a try. Unfortunately, that does take the game to 46-0, which really does hurt. I will be honest, if this was recorded, I'd be questioning losing an SD card about now. But of course, we're live from the 3G across the mobile networks into Media City, where we are coming to you from our team in the gallery of Quays TV to our YouTube. A decent, well, absolute perfect, I'm going to be honest, conversion made by Lancaster there, bringing their good played away and quite frankly destroyed us. It has been slightly embarrassing to be a Salford supporter here, but you got to give them props. Salford stepping up here. Come on, boys, find the heart, find the drive. Come on, Tom Were. Lancaster with possession, pushing through. Tom Were, the man who kicked the ball, take him down as well. He's been quite good, Tom Were. I'd say he's one of my player of the matches. Parky there. A little bit of pushy, I think friendly pushy. Absolutely incredible. Lancaster makes some movement again. They're pushing for a very central try here, giving Gabe, their conversion maker, some decent movement, but unfortunately for Lancaster it is quite wide. It is another try though. You really can't fault him. I think Adam might be calling this game early. Adam, our captain, number 13. Yeah, we have called this game here. Boys in the gallery and boys here are going to hopefully get this to change to presenter mic. There is a slight change in audio levels. So, welcome again. In the scoreline we'd like to see. It did 88-0 for Lancaster. Round of applause for the referee. I think they have put their bodies on the line for this, and they definitely should be commended for it. So, 48-0. It's been a game of highs and lows. At the start of the match, I felt it was going a lot better for us, but unfortunately, they're absolutely conversion maker Gabe. Big props for him. We saw him on the side here, and then make a try. That is absolutely incredible and definitely something to screen record and chuck on your CV or your sports portfolios. Really good props to them. Match. Again, it was a slight disruption to the game having no referee when we wanted him. for coming here, playing away, and really making their impact felt. Their presence is known here. Salford's heads will the incredible performance of Lancaster. Lancaster First Rugby League, today you've beaten us, and well done. It was an absolute pleasure to have you here and play against you. You're an absolute gentleman. To be quite nice and keep the free, I think that we lost our... There was a slight bit of interview. If not, we'll have a little bit of break with just some B-roll on the live stream. Thank you very much for joining me, Thomas Charnock, and Dylan Dossange behind the camera, and Bix Williams in the Quays TV studio. Thank you. See you in a bit. Shall I go and get an interview? We'll give you guys the link after. Yeah, sound. Right. Yeah, we've got massive media presence here. Right, so here's your mic, guys. Live from the 3G pitch. Unfortunately, you really have came and smashed us for our first time. Can we stand a bit like that so we get the lighting? Sorry. Thank you. But you really have came and quite smashed us for our first ever live. What are you going to say about that? Just coming and really showing your presence.
Yeah, I say we smashed you, but I'll credits to Salford. I thought you didn't stop all game. I thought you kept coming at us, throwing everything you had. Fair credit to Salford, not giving up, not giving in. We've been lucky this year that we haven't lost quite a lot of players from last year, our third years. So we've been able to keep the same team, really, haven't we? And the same sort of style and people playing together. So we're pretty lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, we recognise a lot of your players today. And of course, you came here with an incredible scoreline of 48-0. That was absolutely incredible, and brilliant applause to you. What can you guys say about that?
Well, to be honest, it was probably one of the weirdest rugby games that I've ever started with. Like ringing the ref and he's still in bed.
He was still in bed.
Well, maybe we'll take it with a pinch of salt, but
Yeah.
no ref. But honestly, big props to the Salford lads for actually getting a game together, and your SU for sorting us out the pitch. But no, great win and good to build on like what we've done last year, and kind of fingers crossed for the league and the cup this year.
And of course, Gabe, you guys saw when you were on the side here, kick the ball to yourself and then scored a try. It was incredible to see. What can you say about that little play?
I only learned that from the man himself. No, every now and then you got to back yourself, and glad I did that today. But pleased for the not 3 points because it wasn't a league fixture in the end, but good to get a good win and nice good feeling in the group.
Thank you so much for coming here and absolutely destroying us. Is there anything you'd like to say about your team? Is this the first match of your season as well?
We had a pre-season game last week against UClan. Very similar. We managed to pile on some points, but very similar. They didn't give up at all. They were good as well in some aspects. I just thought for us, we've stuck to a process, what we've been working on all year. A bit of that killer instinct and finishing things off. What I've been drumming in all pre-season, so it's nice to see it come to fruition.
Definitely, you really have came here and destroyed. You can tell the training and effort you guys put in every single week, keeping you boys ready to get that strategy and get that power and drive it through into a game. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Anything
Cheers.
else you want to say? Any instances, whatever you guys have got for the uni?
Well, follow us at Lancaster Links on Instagram and enjoy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Have a good one. So that is it for today. An incredible match. Better for some, worse for some. And making themselves known. Thank you for Lancaster. Thank you for Salford for putting on such a good display, and the referee who stepped in. Thank you for being there, and thank you all for watching. Goodbye.